Let that money talk. You bout that bad, let that money talk. Let that money talk. You bout that bad, let that money talk. Now if you focus bout that bad, let that money talk. You on your hustle and your grind, let that money talk. You bout your vision and your goals, let that money talk. You out here getting it all the time, let that money talk.
All right, y'all, what's the deal? It's your girl Seven, right here on Money Talk. And tonight we're doing a little bit something different. Okay, he's definitely in his bag, but you would not guess what the job is. We'll leave that there. But anyways, without further ado, Kamari
Thank you.
on Kamarion. Thank you so much for joining me.
It's an honor.
It's an honor
Thank
to have
you so much.
back here on the, well, not back here on this, but just back in your presence.
Thank you so much.
We'll talk about that a little bit more into that. But anyways, yes, before we do that, any more talking, I want to acknowledge the sock cam. Okay, so we got Bubblicious. You already know, don't act like you're slow.
I got the little penguins, little Christmas socks, something decent.
Some decent. Okay. Period. Okay, so first of all, tell us a little bit about your background, where you're from, if you're not from Vegas.
I'm originally I was born and raised in Texas. I moved out here when I was 5, at least 5 or 6. And I'm from Vegas, and I'm Kamarion. And I'm Kamarion. I was raised in Vegas. Oh, I was born in, I could say I was born in Texas, but I was raised in Vegas. But I know so much about Texas, believe it or not. And that's pretty
Yeah, Texas. I like Texas. What part?
Houston.
Big.
In Houston.
Houston, and that's the littest part right there. Houston.
That's the best part.
Yeah. Best food too. They have some good.
We got
food.
the best food. If y'all want to know about all the foods, come there. We got jerk chicken. We got oxtails. We got oxtails. Yeah, sir. We got oxtails. We got it's different things. If you tapped into Texas, Houston, you would know everything about there, food wise.
Yeah, the food. Yeah, the food is good, and they be having some fire little festivals. Like
that's
just
the
the
best
black
part.
scene
That's
is
the best
lit
part.
out in Texas. I'm not gonna lie. Okay. So you came to Vegas when you were 5.
Yep.
What was that like?
It was
that a cultural difference?
It was a different transition because even though I was young, but being from Texas, cause I was always going back and forth. So you was always around Vegas and Texas, but I know everything about Texas. It's not too many things I could say about Vegas that I know, only the Strip. And yeah, really the Strip. Other than that, I don't really know too much about Vegas, so I'm really locked into Texas part. But through over the years, I started learning about Vegas more, like the Strip, like the culture, how they work out, how they move out here. So I started learning about that a lot. So that's a good thing on my end.
Yeah, that is a good thing. I'm telling you, you're not wrong for getting a little bit of both. So it's pretty cool. So take us a little bit into your childhood. What was that like? Did you grow up with both of your parents, or?
That's a good question. So childhood is like we had both parents at certain ends. I can't really say what age my father stopped being around. I just know it was after 5, but he was around before then. But then, like I would say, my teen years, that's when he stopped being present. I would really say like 14 to like 16, he stopped being present. And then from that point on, my mom was raising me. So I had my mom. And when people say your mom can't, a woman can't raise a son or a man, but
without a man, yeah,
she raised
can.
me,
yeah,
for sure. So yeah, so that's what it was growing up. I didn't really have a father figure too much, but he was around. My mama's boyfriend was around. I wouldn't say he was a father figure, but you showed me how to love the right way.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's a good thing.
It's good that you know the separation of the two.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's good. Okay. Any fun childhood memories that you remember?
Yeah. Being with my grandma, my siblings, that was a fun part. Especially my siblings, my older siblings, my sister Shani and my brother Corey, being around them was just like it was always a fun thing. I'm the youngest, so it was like I was always locked into what they were doing in their life. I was around them a lot, but when y'all leave my space, what y'all doing when y'all not around me, you know? So that's what made me really lock into a bigger picture
Mm-hmm.
and certain things like that. Yeah, that's like that. And then what else I could say childhood wise, what was fun? Just like experiencing different things that you thought you would never experience, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So stuff like that. Other than that, like it was a normal childhood.
Mm-hmm. What would you say your relationship was like with your family?
That's a good one. Bittersweet. I would say bittersweet because one minute they love you for you doing, even though I thought it was the right thing, even though it was probably the wrong thing, but at the time, it was the wrong thing. But I felt like that was the way for me to actually grow, even though it was stupid. I ain't gonna lie, I felt like that was the right way for me to grow. But these people that actually care about you,
Mm-hmm.
and at the time, as me being young, you ain't want to hear it. So it was like, you ain't want to hear it, but it was like they was telling you the right thing to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real, like stuff like that.
Who do you feel like you clung to the most, like your cousins? How many siblings do you have?
I got two. I really would say three. 'Cause I consider myself a sibling, but
Yeah.
it's really two. My sister, my brother, then me.
Okay. What kind of hobbies were you into as a kid?
Oh yeah, for sure. Football. That was the first and foremost football. I played football since I was 6 years old, 6, 7, 8, and then once you got into middle school, you played sixth, seventh grade, and then you stopped playing eighth, ninth, 10th. You played 11th, 12th. You ain't play. So really, football was everything. That was really my way to get away from stuff that I didn't want to be attracted,
Mm-hmm.
stuff I didn't want to be into. So besides football, drawing, reading, coloring, and drawing, yeah, drawing, reading, coloring, yeah, stuff like that.
Okay. So that's
Oh
that.
yeah, oh yeah. I don't think I said painting, but painting too.
Oh, okay. Like, like for real. Like,
Like I could actually paint. Like I could paint you right now
wow, that's cool.
and draw you like a little sketch. I could do
Mm-hmm.
you right now if you wanted me
You do sketches.
to.
That's cool.
Everything.
So you do like quick doodles, like you know how to do that.
But yeah, you can sit right here, and I could look at you and just draw it.
Why don't you make money doing that?
Cause like it's not a passion. It's like something I want
Oh,
to do.
oh, you want to do?
I fell in love with the stuff I do now, but other than that, no.
Hmm. Okay, so yeah, speaking of that, how did you get into the what do you do for work? Let's start there.
I work in a mortuary. Yeah, it's a funeral home. I call it a mortuary, but it's really the real word is a funeral home slash mortuary slash funeral home. I do the dressing, hair, nails, makeup, and the services. The main thing I actually do is services, but if you need me to do the hair, nails, makeup, that's always done. But my main thing is tending to the family,
Mm-hmm.
making sure they good at the time of need, and just being there when the shoulder to lean on.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the main thing I actually do.
How did you get into that business? Like, what? How did? Yeah, like tell us about the first day you was just like, how did you get into that?
Crazy because I was working in a car wash first. I never thought in a million years that I would actually work in the mortuary.
Mm-hmm.
But then time go by after me losing my grandma, and then time go by, I lose my friend and my dad. I never thought about still working there, but I was questionable about what happens after death. It's not like you pass today, then tomorrow or a week go by, you have a service.
Mm-hmm.
It's more that
Steps in
build up.
between, yeah.
So I was the person that's like, let me learn about what's going on with my person. My person just passed. I want to know about what's going on throughout the process. So that's what really made me,
Mm-hmm.
tap into it more. So when I tapped into it more, I was like, now it's like once I actually locked into the business that I do, I have a lot of people ask me questions about it.
Mm-hmm.
And for me to give you the information is like, it's good.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, first of all, I think that's good because you're young.
Appreciate that.
And you're doing things like you don't have social medias. You
I
don't.
don't.
You don't.
Yeah, you follow me on Snap though, y'all. I got Snap though.
But that's I'm saying like you're into different things, so that's definitely different, way different off the realm. So that's
Appreciate
pretty
that.
cool. Do you have so your family, like your grandma, your friend, and your dad, did they all go to the same mortuary you
They went
worked
to
at?
different ones. My grandma, who recently just passed, it wasn't like my biological grandma, but I've been around her since 3, 4 years old. So blood don't make us any closer, to be real. And when she passed, like she came to my mortuary, and I had to really do everything to make sure she was looking presentable for,
Yeah,
the way I was used to her seeing, like me seeing her.
yeah.
Yeah.
How? I mean, I'm kind of, but I do that because, wait, But anyways, how was that experience for you? Were
Seeing my
you?
grandma
Yeah.
sound crazy, but it was kind of like, I ain't gonna say exciting, but it was like, it was never exciting. I ain't even gonna say exciting, but it was just like, I was honestly, it was kind of exciting. I was just happy that
Like honored to
that
do
she
it,
was
or
in my care.
yeah.
She could have been in any mortuary here, so it was exciting actually. She could have been in any mortuary in this place, but she came to my place, so that was like a good thing for me to actually deal with, and then for me to take care of her for them 6 to 8 weeks and make sure she gets shipped out back to Chicago and stuff. She was originally from Chicago, so for us to ship her back to Chicago after we did her service on Sunday, that was a blessing for me. We made her look the right way, and then we shipped her off. So that was like, very closure for me on my end.
Yeah, those kind of emotions. Did you have moments where you felt like you were gonna break down or cry?
And I still do, yeah, I still do, but I just look at it as like, you're in a better place. There's no other place but to be with God right now.
Yeah.
Even though we might not love it, or we might not like it or cherish it, but at the end of the day, that's what we all will cherish at the end of the day, to be up there with Him. So it's an honor.
Yeah. Wow. It's very powerful, and it's like a lot of emotions. Shit, I feel a lot of emotions asking you, dealing, because I just experienced it. So it's definitely a lot of emotions. But do you have to get certified to do that, or did you have to go to through a specific type of training?
It depends on what you want to sign up for. I feel like I'm at the I'm good all around, but I feel like I'm at the stage of, you don't need to be licensed. That's where I've been there for a couple years now, but I feel like what I do, I don't need to be licensed for. I do the service, do the hair, nails, makeup. You can go in there and just, not saying you don't need to be qualified to do it, but what I do or what anybody else do, you don't need to do that unless it's come to the actual stuff like setting up the services, embalming, pre-need, stuff like that. You got to be licensed for. So anything other than that is just, a normal job.
Yeah. I'm like getting you. Okay, so who do you know that works there, or that's like kin to you, if it's okay to say?
Everybody.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna say everybody because they might not be blood, but they show so much love. You would think they was blood the way they show me love, and I say that, and to say they're the only people that wanted the best for me. Since me growing up, yeah, you got your mom, your brother, your sister. They want what's best for you, but when it comes to outside of that, I know these people that want the best for me. They never want to see me down. So realistically, that's family.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's family. And they want to see me grow. So I gotta look at it like that.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, I was just making sure the mic, because I'm just like, man, we've been having problems. It's good. Okay. What do you enjoy most about working there?
That's a good question. We got time. I'm gonna be on this topic for a minute. Okay, good. What like most about working there? Honestly, the main thing I could say what make me love working there a lot, dealing with the family, tending to them actually being in a comfort zone, putting my feet in their shoes. Cause I've been there, I lost people before. So it's not like I'm just being around y'all and I never lost somebody. I feel the same pain y'all felt. Once upon a time, it might not be at the same timing, but we all lost somebody. So
Yeah.
I just be like, damn, when I lost, ooh, I ain't mean to say damn.
No, you can cuss, please.
I ain't mean to say damn, sorry y'all. But when I did, when I was doing that, it was like, damn, being around these people, like tending to them. I wish at the time we didn't have that. When I lost my grandma or even my dad, I ain't have the care that I had now with dealing with other families,
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I wish I had somebody there that was tending to me the way I was tending to them,
Yeah.
So it was like that's what I love more about this job, like tending to the family. Even if I'm around you only for 1 day or 2 days, me putting a smile on your face for at least 3 or 4 hours. If you look at me and smile for them 3 or 4 hours, you being there with me, that make me go home and sleep good at night.
Mm-hmm.
Cause I know what you going through. I know your pain, and you could look at me and actually smile and me help you out. That make me sleep peacefully, respectfully, for real.
Have you seen like a change when people like when you do that? Like, do it have an effect on people? Do you feel?
Say it again, one more time.
Like, do you feel like when you're giving your comfort and doing your thing, like giving that service, do you feel like it works? Do you feel like they're
Oh
receptive
no, nope.
of it?
Some of them don't be. No, some of them just be. I know, I know y'all be grieving, but some people that we deal with, and I ain't speaking for everybody, but some
Yeah.
people that we deal with do be like, how should I put it? Be rude, like be too rude. We just here honoring a loved one. So for us to do our job and y'all want to just squinish us or speak down on us as a person, or we all human. So yeah, for y'all to want to be rude to us at the time of need, not tolerated.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So some people are rude and
It's
have a bad, which everybody
life
grieves
though, but
different.
everybody grieve different.
Yeah, but it will help your job and everyone's job go a little bit.
Better if you was
But
to,
I guess,
but
right?
everybody different.
Yeah, but
Everybody,
I mean, yeah, because in that moment, some people do want to be angry, and
and
trust
I
me,
feel
I
the
get
same
it.
way.
Yeah,
Cause
I get it.
if I was grieving respectfully, if I was grieving at the time and I don't want to be bothered, I wouldn't want nobody to be all comforting me at the time.
Yeah.
Because my mind's just everywhere.
Yeah,
So
it's like a bittersweet thing. I get
yeah,
it because
that.
it's
Thank
like
you so much. Bittersweet.
for sure. It's like if they take it, cool, it's good, like it works. But if they don't, it's kind of like, damn, I don't want to do too much. I didn't.
That's how I be feeling sometimes at work. I'm like, what? But
Yeah,
yeah,
well, that's
bittersweet.
understandable. Yeah. What proper terms do people often mess up? Like, what do people, you know?
Proper term.
Yeah, it could be like what do people say, and you like have to correct them, like, oh, we say it this way. Yeah.
Ooh, I'm happy you said it like that because they say they call it a freezer. Y'all putting them back in the love, or it could be we're gonna say loved one. We putting our loved one back in the freezer. So me as a person, me working, I gotta correct him as it's the cooler. It might not sound too good to say, but it's better than saying freezer. It's a cooler. We put him in a cooler. Or they say, um, let me think. For now, that's probably the main one I can think of.
Mm.
But that's even bad though. Don't say you putting your loved one in the cooler or in a freezer. Like, no, cooler. Like, right? But yeah, that's what I can say. The cooler.
do people? Okay, I'll think about that later. What are the most challenging aspects of the job?
Challenging. Actually, I could say the most challenging thing is tending to the family. That's challenging. Believe it or not, you could just say you work there a lot, and tending to the family is like daily thing to you. Every family different.
Mm-hmm.
Every service is different. So you can't come in this mortuary thinking you're finna deal with every service the same. Everything is different. You could do Monday through Thursday, do the same service, and it could be the same way Monday through Thursday all the time. But just know Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, if we do services them days, it's not the same way you did the other ones.
Mm-hmm.
Something's gonna change. It could be the approach of the family, the service, the way it just play a part, or the way the family grieve.
Mm-hmm.
It's like so different things is different parts. So yeah, I could say that everything is different. The approach, yeah, that's what I'm gonna say. The approach is different on different things on that one.
When you say you do like the nails and stuff like that and dress them, how is that for you? And then what does that entail of?
Well, what you say it again one more time if you don't mind.
So no, it's okay. So like when you do that, what are you doing? Like, are you? How do you know what color to pick? Are you just?
Okay.
Is there a specific color? Is there? How do you
Okay,
know how to dress? Like.
I like how you broke it down like that one. But we go off not to give too much details,
Yeah.
but I'm gonna just give a brief thing. So we go off what the family or I would say what the family does, what they preference is. So if they want red, black, and blue, that could be what the loved one is wearing, red, black, and blue. Just know we're gonna make the makeup somewhere in them type of colors. Or even if we don't make them that type of color, even if we don't put makeup on a loved one, we just gonna make them look like they got makeup on.
Mm-hmm.
Not to give too much detail.
Yeah,
So I'm trying to be around the bush with it.
Yeah. No,
Not to give too much detail. So like we're gonna make them look
little
like
disclaimer.
I
should have said that in the beginning.
So yeah, it's gonna be like that though. So
just a little disclaimer, y'all. Some of the stuff we are talking about may be graphic, so please, PG-13, and do not try this at home. You need to be certified. Don't be trying to experience no shit at home. This is for professionals only, so leave it for the professionals.
I like that.
And we gonna go back to that. Okay. What okay, so you say it's different. What would you say the ratio is of the family when they're coming to, like, are they always mad? Or do you have like 50-50? Like
I would say 50-50, but be more tension than love.
What's the tension? What do you?
It's like tension as I would put it as in my mind, like tension is we not really. That's just me. I don't want to, as me being as a person, like we not coming here for this person. We showing love, but we not really showing much love. We here for the benefits.
Mm-hmm.
We hear.
Oh, so
yeah, so they don't
you feel the tension with the family.
They be mad about that. They don't really care about.
Yeah.
About they just be mad about that. So
yeah, it just be a little bit of. Have you ever seen anything crazy like people fighting?
I've seen that. I've seen people pass out. I've seen people fighting. Those are the most things I've seen.
They fought there?
Yeah. It don't be at our mortuary per se, but it probably be at like different churches. If we host a church, if we got like a service going on at the church on like Friday, Saturday, throughout the week, then we'll go there. Then some family just end up fighting it because out of nowhere. Then hey, we gotta break it up, y'all. We do gotta break it up.
Yeah,
though. We gotta.
Of course. But yeah, it is. That is crazy
it's tough.
to see.
It's tough.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of emotions. Oh my goodness. That's one thing I can say that's really hard to deal with while you're dealing with it, because it's like you don't know how you're going to react or how your body's going to react. You're just like
That's true.
reacting in a sense, unless you have some type of control. But even that control comes from with you're thinking about amongst other things. So
So true.
yeah. What's the most common request that families have, to your knowledge, that you think? Like, what do you see the most that they request?
Mm.
From either color or style, or
Well,
is it more like cremations than
okay, I was
death?
just gonna say that I
Yeah.
already see more burials than I see cremations a lot. I do see that a lot. I want to be cremated too, though. Cremate me for sure. But I see burials a lot. But cremation is the most common thing. Color wise, I see everybody really do this, not like the same colors, but like the same font, you know, in the wording wise.
Okay.
Colors be different. Colors do be different.
What do you think is the most requested color?
Ooh, that's good. I would say
White.
black, white,
Black. Oh.
black and white. Like the most common color that y'all always see at services and funerals, like white and black. Give me brown though. Give me brown, pink, and blue. Brown, pink, and blue. That's what my colors is.
Like, let me be different. Do you have any like personal stories that highlight the importance of your job besides like the comforting?
Important is comforting.
No, I mean like besides comforting, what other important highlights do you do
outside of my job?
Yeah.
Well, honestly, I had a lot, but I really put my mind and my focus into this job once I got there. It was just like I ain't really have a lot of. I had a passion. Don't get me wrong. I had a lot of things grown, to do in my life. But once it came to this field, it was like go full throttle. So it was like I don't really have. I have a lot of time. I'm young still, but it was like this was the main thing I actually wanted to put my focus into. So it's like everything I do is resolves around this. That's how I look at it. From making money to working to whatever y'all need, It's like
whatever you need, I got it. I can do it. What's something you wish people understood about the grieving process?
It's gonna take time. It's never gonna happen overnight. That's a good question. That's a good question. That's a good question. Thank you for that. It's gonna take time. I'm actually looking at the camera on this one. It takes time. It's never gonna happen overnight. And just be positive mindset wise, because stuff is never gonna happen overnight. No matter how much you love and miss this person is always over your shoulder. They're always with you, no matter what. Even if you mess up, you're doing the most right thing, the wrong thing, they always with you. So you should, that's a good thing right there for sure.
It's definitely a process, y'all.
It's a process for sure.
It's a process. It's definitely
and I'm telling you that from experience, though. Like, I ain't just saying it just to say it, because I lost people. Everybody lost people, though. But saying it as, like, from experience-wise, it's never going to you just wake up and just be going with it.
I totally agree. I do. How does your family and friends feel about you working in this profession?
They weird. I'm just weird. I'm just
They always
Some of them do feel like I'm weird about it, though. Like when I first told them, now they got a better understanding that, I never thought about doing it before. Like I told you, I never thought about it in my years of living. Never thought about it a day in my life. Never thought that I would actually be in a place to say I work with people like this, But how they feel, for real, like, excuse me, it's a you got a good occupation. That's a good thing. But like, what make you do it? What actually make you do this? But I'm a God gifted. Everybody can do this job. That's how I look at it. So, yeah. I like that.
What questions do they ask? I mean,
They ask me like
what's the craziest question they ask?
craziest questions, and I hate it. Do you see people move? You ever seen a spirit? Like it be stuff like that. I'm like, not to
Okay, y'all, I want to know too.
like not
I
to
mean,
say,
of course, no.
and not to say it like that,
Yeah.
respectfully, but like we as a mortuary, if people know the difference between a morgue and a mortuary is two different things.
Please elaborate.
I'm elaborate right now. Look at the camera. A morgue is like soon as you pass away, the coroner office come get you and take you to the morgue. It's like a hospital downstairs. Or it could have a separate building. It could be either one. A mortuary is where you come, we get the cause of death, and we get you ready for your service. It's two different things. A morgue is that, a funeral home. A morgue is where you, as soon as you pass away, they take you there. That's a morgue / corner office, right? Or a hospital, whatever you want to call it. They take you there. The
What
mortuary,
happens there?
the cause of death. The as soon as they pick you up, like they pick you up, they take you there. So it's like they a pickup take you there. We're gonna put it like that. They pick you up, take you there. So that's what happened. The cause of death, or it could be the corner, or really the corner office is the cause of death, and they get that. And then once they done with that, within weeks go by or a couple days go by, whoever you actually, I would say, signed to, the mortuary come pick you up, and then they come pick you up, and then we're gonna come pick you up. Put it like that, cause we speaking for us. We're gonna come pick you up and then take you to the mortuary. We call a loved one, which is the next of kin, and let you know, let the next of kin know you in our care. Then we put you, we sign you into our care, and then from there, the process begin.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Just like that.
How do
That's
you?
crazy.
That is crazy.
That's crazy.
How do you deal with your mental health with all of this?
Good. I'm sorry. Good. I sleep peacefully fine, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. Like I don't have no problems. I get that question more than anything. How do you sleep? How do you deal with this? I deal with it just like any normal person that would deal with it. I feel like I clock in 9 to 5, like I'm at Walmart. It's nothing different. To me, everybody different. I clock in here at Walmart, like it's Walmart. I don't think I'm gonna clock in today. I'm gonna go be around the decedent. That's just the decedent. We finna go be around the decedent. It's never like that. It's just you clock in, you get who you working on today. Boom. Okay. You see the cause of death. You go. You maneuver through that. It's just same thing, different day. It is a tough pill to swallow though. So if you feel like I'll just be here just nonchalant and just don't cry, like I'm just like a fucking mute and just think I don't care, that'd be another thing. I do be crying just like the families be crying. I just don't show it. I'm at a point in my career and my professionalism wise, I could be around you and still sit next to you and cry. You wouldn't even know. I could be grieving with you right now and be crying, but you wouldn't know because I'm so. At this point of my career, you gotta wipe the tears out. Gotta work.
You gotta, yeah. I can feel that part. When you have to take a specific emotion out, or
you got to, because at the end of the day, it's like I said, it's business, never personal. So at the end of the day, it is business, but at the end of the day, the personal part come in that we in the same shoe the same shoe you wearing. So we got to be mindful of this person's emotions too.
Yeah. Wow. I mean, it's definitely a hard pill to swallow. How often would you say you're around loved ones?
Decedents. Loved ones, decedents, any way you want to put
it. Slash.
I like that. But I'm gonna say every day, but the way my schedule is, I'm there every day. I'm there every day, Tuesday through Saturday. So yeah, I'm there every day.
Okay, so pretty much all the time.
All the time.
How often do you pray?
Well, that's a good thing. I pray when I wake up, then I pray on my way to work, and I pray when I get to work.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really pray when I leave work. Not gonna lie, I can't even say I do, but I just know I pray when I wake up, go to work, and get to work.
Mm-hmm.
I don't never pray when I leave.
Mm-hmm. Do you feel like it's a kind of like a protection too type of thing?
It's always a safe environment. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
all, yeah, for sure. Well, at the mortuary,
Like when you pray before,
yeah,
is
it's
it
a
like,
safe environment.
mm-hmm.
I feel like even if I don't pray,
Mm-hmm.
I'm still. I feel like if I don't pray regardless, I'm still God's child.
Mm-hmm.
So no matter, not even saying like no matter what I do, I feel like I'm blessed. Like not, I just feel like I'm blessed regardless.
Yeah.
Even though it's like
Yeah.
I'm blessed.
You are.
But I still
get that.
I still pray. I still pray, y'all.
Yeah.
I still pray. Every day I still pray.
Yes. You're blessed. We're blessed. You're definitely blessed to see a new day and
I
to,
appreciate that.
be on MoneeeTalk and go live.
Hey, on the best YouTube, y'all, hey, y'all better subscribe to her thing.
Better subscribe.
Better subscribe, cause what? I appreciate that.
Yeah. I'm gonna lighten the load a little bit and ask like some personality type of questions. How old would you be if you didn't know how old you were?
That's a good ask. I ain't never heard that shit before. How old? Say it again.
So how old would you be if you didn't know how old you were?
How old would you be if you didn't? How old would you be?
So if you didn't know you were, you can go ahead and tell me your age.
I'm 22, y'all.
Okay. So
damn.
If you didn't know you were 22, how old you would think you were?
36. I think I'll be 36. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. 36. Why? Mentally, I think I'm not an average 22-year-old or kid. I would say adult. I wouldn't be like an average one. I think I'm ahead of my time. I've been here before. So I say 36. No later than 41. Just 36, 41. Why? Because my mental though, it's just like a different type of, a different type of thought process that's going on in this head. So it's like
I get it.
I'm going off that.
Okay. What's something you think about a lot on your own?
A lot of things that I think about on my own. Getting rich. Yeah, for sure. Getting rich. Ways to help out personally, like for my family or my job, like different ways, or people that I surround myself with, people that I actually say I love, So stuff like that. Cause I'm big on that. One thing I could say about myself while we on camera, I'm a big person that's like I like to help out for my peoples. I could care less about what the hell I got going on, If anybody around me good, I ain't saying I gotta be down bad, but like for me to help out you and I could have $0 to my name, I'd be cool with that. It sounds crazy to say, just knowing I helped you out, my blessing's gonna come back regardless. So that, yep. I ain't gonna lie on that one.
That's cool. That's a good trait to definitely have and to think about. Very godly for sure, because he definitely says,
I like that.
To give, to have a giving heart for sure. It's so crazy. Even though I asked you how often do you pray, I was just curious about that because when you said you're around him all the time, I'm just thinking like, oh, do you pray? Like, do you do that? But my question was, how often do you pray and how important your relationship with God is? But we can answer the second part since we already answered.
How important is your relationship with God?
Is your relationship with God?
Mine, yeah.
Yeah.
Deep. Like, same how I came here, very important, just like that. It's
but even more.
It's obviously, very important. Because God helped me with everything, The times I felt like I wasn't able to do certain things and I was like speaking down on my work ethic. Like I'm like, it be times working in the mortuary. When I first started, it felt like I wasn't good enough to do certain things. But thank God for the people that was working with me. They actually believed in me and actually, excuse me, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Pardon me, I'm so sorry.
Mm-hmm.
But for people to actually, when I was working, the people actually helped me throughout the time. So it's like I knew my work ethic was actually there.
Mm-hmm.
So back to what you said, my relationship with God is deep
Mm-hmm.
because He actually helped me out through my deepest times.
Yeah. He always, he definitely always do.
For sure.
Have you encountered a situation that made you rethink how death is viewed or handled in our society, the Black community?
Can you say it one more time?
Hell yeah. So, have you ever encountered a situation
Okay.
that made you rethink how death is viewed or handled in the Black community?
Damn. Black community. I
Like,
just feel like,
how do they handle death? Do you feel like, or
can you elaborate?
yeah, like, how do you feel like the Black community handles death?
I
Like,
feel like they elaborate. They help. Not say elaborate, but they just look at it as like it's me personally. Me being a Black person,
yes, this is person. This is
they
like,
look at it as like it's another one that just that just go. Like I'm a Black person though. I'm speaking from experience. Like I'm not in the streets. I'm just saying they look at it as like another person gone.
mm-hmm.
Just go. Even if it was like a tragic way, they might be sad about it, but another person gone.
Mm-hmm.
Just
Have you guys um done other races besides Black?
yeah, for sure. We did
So,
Asian. Oh my bad.
no. Yeah. So since you have, what difference have you saw? Because I am curious, and we gonna open that door and we gonna
Thank you.
walk in.
Thank you. I'm happy you did that.
Because I
But
want to know what's the difference. What are we? I say we as a unit, Black community doing that's different. That could be better because I feel like you said,
I
it's
feel like
maybe
as
nonchalantness
the
going
only
on.
thing they could be doing different is slowing down on the kill, like the hatred, because I feel like I'm Black myself, but like
No, I mean okay. So my bad, y'all. 'Cause maybe I didn't explain right. Okay, so you have the Asian service, and then you have a Black service, right? Hate to be so vague and black and white, y'all, but whatever. So, what are the Asians doing right that are different from the Black service? Like, how does that service go? Is it more emotional? Is it more intense? Are they doing more? Do they have more memories? Are they show? Is it more
honest,
people showing up? Is it
it's just the
more?
same as now. I'm happy you breaking up. It's the same as ever. Like ain't nobody's service different. No Asian, Black, white.
Mm,
From me working there and me seeing different cultures that came to our place, every service is get
mm,
treated the same.
mm,
I never felt like the Caucasians or like was they service played a part differently or the Asians was different compared to
mm.
just like
But not on y'all end, on
yeah,
their
I'm
end.
saying
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
on their
yeah.
end,
So
it was
everybody is like the same.
everybody equal, yeah, on their end, so it was always equal. It was never like somebody bigger than the program.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Your loved one get treated just like everybody else, but like I can't say that right now. So yeah, I was gonna say something. I'm gonna tell you later, but
Okay, I get that.
yeah,
Um, what's the craziest experience you had working at your job?
craziest. Let me see. Hmm. Well, I could say the craziest thing I, craziest thing you said again?
Yeah,
The
while working at.
oh, well, craziest thing that I seen or heard or, while working at my job is hearing things that I thought, that's crazy to me, shit. Hearing something, if you hearing something that you ain't, like, for example, like, I heard my coworker call me before and it was actually his voice and it was like 10 steps away from, like, I'm in the lobby. It was like 15, I would say 15 steps away from each other. But he was in his office and I was in the lobby. So I would say 3 doors down, but I was in the lobby. And I heard his voice personally say, Kamarion, come here. I need your help. This is I ain't gonna say names, but
Yeah.
Kamarion, come here. I need your help. Kamarion, come here. I need your help. He said it 3 times. And I actually, I finally got up and walked in that person's office and asked them, what you need? You called my name a minute ago. And this person looked at me and was like, I ain't call you. So it was like, that was a crazy ass thing I dealt with. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, what?
Did you leave work that day?
I wanted to leave, but I just had started, so I can't, I couldn't put my money on the line, so it was like, I had to deal with it. The money was important at the time.
Money on. Hey, he's on money talk. I told you, he's in his bag for sure.
I had to be there, so it was like I wanted to leave.
What happened?
I wanted to leave so bad, but at the time,
yeah,
I ain't
money.
leave.
Yeah. No, I
It
get
was
it.
important,
Ching,
y'all.
I get it. What do you like to do on your free time when you're not working in the room?
What I like to do on my free time when I'm not working, actually be around my family, get alone time. If I'm not around my family, my alone time is actually just chilling, listen to my music, and go smoke a little bit. Smoke a little bit. Then mind my business. Like after that, after I smoke and stuff, and then listen to my music, it's like the world is really blurred to me. I don't really, be tapped into what everybody else doing. I just smoke, mind my business, and then go over whatever I gotta do to get to the next step in my job. Like I study a lot. That's one thing I can do. I read a lot of books. I draw. I might not draw often, but I do read a lot of books and I study to get to the next step in my life with my job. So I take that stuff serious, y'all. I ain't gonna lie.
That's good. Okay, y'all. So just before we end, a little bit of a backstory how I met Kamarion. He actually helped me with my mom's service. Shout out to Andres, okay?
Shout out to Andre. Shout out to everybody I work with. I love y'all, man, because y'all.
Yeah, they.
Really,
let's
Andre.
Let's just say, and Craig is popping.
Craig too. Shout out to Craig, Andre, both of y'all. Both.
And yeah, so shout out to them. They just helped me on this journey. He was super cool, and like I said, he helped. You heard his services. He helped dress my mom and do that with her, so she looked really peaceful. So, thank you. So that really touched me, and I just wanted to know. I guess like how he did, I was curious, and I'm asking him questions about what happened and how did she look and what So it was something I needed to hear and to talk about. So thank you for even just joining me.
I appreciate that.
I appreciate you joining me.
It's an honor.
It's definitely different having someone who works in a funeral home.
Anyone?
Mortuary. I was gonna say that, but I didn't want to say. I don't want to fuck it up and say more. But mortuary, yes. And it's different. But like I said, you hear him. He's in his bag and he's on his shit and he's popping it for sure. Is there something else that we left out that you wouldn't mind sharing, or you want to tell the listeners, even if it's something motivational?
Just keep going in life. Like no matter what it is, y'all. I know y'all might be down and out. No matter what it is, just keep going. Can't nobody stop y'all from reaching your pinnacle in your life, even if it's a job or relationship. No matter what it is, you're gonna get there. Just take time, man. Keep grinding.
Keep the grind.
I'm rooting for y'all for sure.
Keep the grind going. For sure, y'all. And yes, he has no Instagram or anything like that.
I don't. That's bad.
Go ahead and tell him your Snapchat if you
want. Hey, y'all ain't gotta add me on Snapchat. Leave me alone.
All right, then. Yeah. So, well, that's all, folks.
But no.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Shout out to Andre, though. That's my job. I'm going to shout out to Andre.
Shout out to Andre.
Andre Family Mortuary Crematorial. Shout out to y'all. If y'all need anything done, not saying it like that. Y'all need anything done, shout hit us up. We got y'all.
Yes.
Shout
Prisma,
Shout
all
out to
of them.
Prisma. Shout out to Craig. I
Yes.
love y'all.
Yes, they literally helped me for real, y'all. I'm telling you, this ain't something
Yeah.
that is written on
I
with
appreciate
instructions
that.
or anything. So when you have that kind of support from strangers, it's definitely
That's a
good.
blessing though, because especially you can meet somebody tomorrow and they can have your best interests in life. It be people that's around you for 10 years plus who don't have your best interests. And I learned that from experience. So it's somebody who you just meet and
It be
actually be
like that.
locked in forever.
Mhm.
So that's one thing I can say for
Be
sure.
locked in for sure. Well, yes, thank you for that.
I
Thank
like
you for
that.
joining me. And yes, without further ado, y'all, money talk. You already know what we do.
Hey, money.
But yeah, I got mommy on y'all.
Money.
That money talk.